Hey YouTube, it's me Ashley, a girl and her flowers, and I actually do have flowers on today. They're just in my ponytail holder. You probably can't see them. Let me see. Hopefully you can see them because I can't see when I do that. But anyway, and welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is having a great day. This video is going to be pretty random. There's a few things I want to talk about that are all pretty random. And I am on my lunch break. As you can see, I'm sitting in the car and I thought I better do a video. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I had let me tell you guys, I had a mom moment and I really had to take some time with my oldest son. So my first message today is going to be for the parents out there, moms or dads, and that message is: do not feel bad about disciplining your children. Now, I'm not saying go out there and whoop them, beat them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that children need discipline. They need structure. It's going to help them become better adults. I know me. I'm one of those parents who, if I see my son cry, it breaks my heart. If I see my children in any type of hurt, I don't want to be the cause of that. But with that being said, you cannot let that get them out of being disciplined in some way, whether it's taking something from them or some type of punishment. You cannot not do it just because you don't want them to be hurt. Because what you're going to do is, when you raise undisciplined children, they become undisciplined adults. And then it's a whole nother world out there, because when they're with you and you don't let them, let's not say let them be disciplined, but you don't let them see their consequences to negative actions, then what you're doing is telling them that when they go out into the world, there are going to be no consequences. When you and I both know that that's not the truth. There are consequences to your mistakes or your bad actions. So my son yesterday decided that he was going to have a little temper tantrum at school and throw a fit, and didn't think I would find out. And what I love about him is he always tells me before anyone else tells me. So he told me immediately, and well, not immediately. First, I asked him, he said I got in trouble, and I said, well, what happened? He said, can we talk about it later? He wanted to talk about it in the car because children don't like to be embarrassed. So I said, no, we'll talk about it now. And he told me what happened, and I was very disappointed and, embarrassed myself because, Lord, you guys don't even know. They had artwork, and his artwork was on display after he had balled and crumpled it up. The teacher still put it on display, which I love his teacher. She doesn't play those games with those kids, and that's what it has to be. So that was my first message for today, which is don't feel bad about disciplining your children. Discipline is a necessary thing, and if they don't have it, then what you're doing is creating some adults that are going to have trouble later on down the line. So don't feel bad about disciplining your children. And the same goes for self-discipline. You have to discipline yourself. There needs to be consequences when you do something wrong. And those consequences can be they won't be the same as your children. I don't expect you to take your phone away for the week or put yourself in timeout or give yourself a spanking on the bottom. But you need to know that when you set forth some rules for yourself and you disobey them, then there should be some type of, consequence for that. It kind of helps you out in the long run. And I say all that to say, and to get into the next thing I want to talk about, which is my weight. So it's just been the number one topic for me when I go out. People who see me at my larger and who see me currently or follow me on Instagram, and they have questions about my weight loss and maintaining it. And the biggest thing has been discipline. It's very hard when you love food the way that I loved food to not indulge all the time. It is a very difficult thing to look away from cookies and look away from cakes and snacks and everything. But if you don't do that, then you end up almost 400 pounds like me and wishing that you had a little more self-discipline. So I have a few more tips on maintaining the weight loss. So the number one tip is don't let the junk be in the house. That is the best thing you can do for yourself, is clear your home of the junk. If you have your one thing that's your indulgence, first of all, know that there's moderation to things. So I don't think that you should just not be able to indulge altogether. I don't believe that life is supposed to be that way. But I do believe that food is not for pleasure. is not for anything but nutrition. And if you're going to indulge, understand that it needs to be in moderation, and it needs to feel like a gift. It doesn't feel like a gift if you're having junk every day, but when you only get to have it once a week or once a month, it makes it feel better. And when it's not in the house, it makes it easier for you. So another thing I've learned is that you can't just be the only one in your house eating healthy. So if you have a household full of people and you're the only one trying to lose weight, it's not really going to be very easy if you're the only one who's eating healthy and everyone else is eating junk. So for me, I'm the matriarch in my home. So if I say there's no junk in my house, and there's no junk in my house, and I feel that we should all take that step, because if you want to be healthy, then everyone around you should want you to be healthy, and they should want to be healthy themselves. So don't have it in the house. And if they want to have their junk, they can have it outside the house, and it'll be okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Make sure that they know that. You want to have candy, go outside and go to the store, buy your candy, eat it, and have it done before you get to the house, because temptation is something. So that's another one. Resist temptation. Find alternatives. There is a way to have the things that you like and not overdo it. So for me, I love chocolate. Now, I'm not going to completely cut it out of my diet, but I'm also not going to eat a whole entire chocolate cake. I'm not going to eat a huge candy bar. I'm going to look at the serving size, which I think a lot of us don't do when we, especially with like candy bars and junk food, you just eat what you want to eat until you're done eating it. But if you look at the serving sizes, it'll kind of put into perspective what you're doing. So if I buy something and it says there's 8 servings in it, and I sit and I eat the whole bag, imagine how you feel at the end of eating the whole bag of that, thinking I just ate enough for 8 people to have a serving, and I ate it all by myself. It doesn't feel good. So do that for yourself when it comes to things that you enjoy. When you go to the store and you pick up those things, look at what the serving is and then break it apart. Separate the bag. If you're going to get a bag of chips and there's 3 servings in it, go get some Ziploc bags and make it into 3 servings. So you just grab that one. Something I learned about myself, because for me it was ice cream. Oh my goodness. I would get the half pint or the pint, however you pronounce it. I say paint. I know I heard it was supposed to be pint, but I like paint. So I'll buy a whole pan of ice cream and then I'll eat the whole entire thing. I found satisfaction of getting to the bottom and eating it all. That's just me. So what I found was that there are alternatives that I can get the satisfaction I want and not be overly gluttonous. I found these Chili Cow ice creams. They come in a half a pint, and you get 2. And 1/2 a pint is a serving, and it's only like 100 and something calories. So I get the satisfaction of completing it. I get to the bottom and it's all gone, and I still get that flavor that I want. So there are alternatives out there to your junk food cravings. There is a way. And then fruit. Oh my goodness. Fruit, nature's candy, can be your best friend. So what I like to do is go to the farmer's market and try different things. There are so many different fruits and vegetables that I'm sure a lot of us haven't tried, and they may become your new craving. We love different types of grapes at our house, not just green or red or purple. We like the witch finger grapes, the ones that are long. We like the cotton candy grapes that actually taste like cotton candy. And then on top of that, like with me and my girlfriend, we try new things. So this past market trip, we got a yellow watermelon and Stadler watermelons and honey rocks and things that we hadn't had before, so that we can try them. That's how you kind of get a taste of everything. Don't be so quick to try the new fried dish or the new burger on the menu, but not want to indulge yourself and try a new piece of fruit that you've never had before, because that can be good for you. And find a way to make that your sweet. For us, it's the frozen grapes. They're like candy for the kids. They're like candy for me. They taste good. They're sweet, and I get that sweetness that I want, but it's not unhealthy. So I'm not here to be a nutritionist for you, but I just know that what has helped me maintain keeping my weight down. And I think that it'll kind of do you a favor too if you take those rules. So anyway, pretty much the moral of this message is nothing is wrong with discipline. It's your best friend. So somehow I kind of centered this all around one thing, and that's discipline. You need discipline in life. You need it in every factor of your life. There can't be a free reign of the world. You have to set some type of, not limits, because you don't want to be limited in life, but understanding of what's good and what's bad and what's too much and what's not enough. And it sounds like a lot, but I guarantee you that it's going to be the biggest favor you do for yourself when you give yourself some discipline. And so that is it. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope you've taken some time to love yourself today. And until next time.